What you seek is seeking you, but first you must train your eyes to recognize it when it appears. And that is the thought for today. Welcome to 7 Good Minutes. I'm Clyde Lee Dennis. Thanks for joining me for what I believe will be 7 of the most enriching minutes of your day. In today's episode of 7 Good Minutes, we talk about how to rewire your brain to see possibilities everywhere. Enjoy. Your mind is like a search engine, constantly scanning your environment for evidence to support what it believes to be true. If you've trained it to look for problems, it will find them everywhere. If you've taught it to expect disappointment, it will collect proof of that reality. But here's the beautiful truth. You can retrain your mind to search for good, and when you do, your entire world begins to shift. Right now, your brain is processing millions of pieces of information, but it's only bringing a tiny fraction to your conscious awareness. What determines which information gets through? Your mental filters, your expectations, your habitual patterns of attention. These filters have been shaped by your experiences, but they don't have to define your future. By the end of this episode, you'll understand how your attention shapes your reality, and you'll have practical tools to train your mind to naturally notice opportunities, beauty, and possibilities that have been there all along, waiting for you to see them. We live in a world that profits from your attention to problems, news feeds designed to trigger fear, social media algorithms that amplify outrage, conversations that spiral into complaints about everything that's wrong. It's no wonder so many of us have developed a negativity bias that goes far beyond what evolution intended for our survival. But here's what neuroscience has taught us. Your brain is remarkably plastic. The neural pathways that determine what you notice and how you interpret what you see can be rewired at any age. Every time you consciously choose to look for good, you're strengthening those neural connections. Every time you catch yourself in a negative thought spiral and redirect your attention to something positive, you're literally reshaping your brain. Think about the last time you were considering buying a particular car. Suddenly you started seeing that exact model everywhere. The cars were always there, but your attention wasn't tuned to notice them until they became relevant to you. The same principle applies to everything in your life. Good things, opportunities, reasons for gratitude, moments of beauty. They're all around you, but you'll only see them if you train your mind to look for them. This isn't about toxic positivity or pretending problems don't exist. It's about balance. It's about recognizing that for every challenge in your life, there are also gifts. For every closed door, there are others that remain open. For every disappointment, there are small victories and unexpected joys that you might be overlooking because your attention is focused elsewhere. Start with gratitude, but make it specific. Instead of a general, "I'm grateful for my family," notice the way your child's eyes light up when they laugh, or how your partner brings you coffee without being asked. Instead of, "I'm grateful for my health," appreciate the fact that your legs carried you up the stairs today, or that your lungs are breathing without any conscious effort from you. Train your mind to look for evidence of progress, not just problems. When you're working toward a goal, celebrate the small steps forward instead of only focusing on how far you still have to go. When you're learning something new, notice what you understand today that you didn't understand yesterday, rather than dwelling on everything you still don't know. Practice looking for the good in difficult people and challenging situations. This doesn't mean becoming naive or ignoring red flags. It means training yourself to see the full picture. That difficult coworker might also be someone who's incredibly dedicated to their craft. That challenging situation might be teaching you resilience you didn't know you had. Make it a daily practice to notice beauty. Not just the obvious beauty of sunsets and flowers, but the subtle beauty of how light falls across your kitchen table, the way someone's face changes when they smile, the satisfying sound of rain on your roof. Beauty is everywhere, but it requires a trained eye to see it consistently. Look for opportunities disguised as obstacles. That job rejection might be redirecting you towards something better suited for your skills. That relationship that ended might be making space for deeper connections. That financial setback might be teaching you resourcefulness, and priorities you needed to learn. Train your mind to notice acts of kindness, both given and received. The stranger who held the door, the friend who checked in when you were struggling, the moment you helped someone without expecting anything in return. These moments of human goodness are happening constantly, but they often slip by unnoticed unless you're actively looking for them. Here's a simple but powerful exercise. At the end of each day, write down 3 good things that happen. They don't have to be big things. Maybe you had a really good cup of coffee, or someone smiled at you on the street, or you solved a problem at work. The act of searching for these moments trains your brain to notice them as they happen. Remember, what you focus on expands. Not because focusing on good things magically makes more good things appear, but because training your attention to notice good things reveals the abundance that was already there. You begin to see opportunities you were blind to before. You start to appreciate relationships you were taking for granted. You discover strengths and resources you didn't know you had. Your mind is incredibly powerful, and like any powerful tool, it works best when you learn to direct it consciously. You can choose to train it to be a problem-finding machine, or you can train it to be a possibility. Spotting, beauty, noticing, opportunity-recognizing instrument of joy and growth. The good is there, waiting for you to see it. Train your mind to look and watch how your world transforms. That does it for today's episode of 7 Good Minutes. Please take a moment to rate and review the show on the platform you're listening on. Until next time, let's be civil to one another out there. Thanks for listening.